They call it the shadow network, a hidden financial superhighway where money moves faster than law, faster than borders, faster than truth itself. Trillions of dollars flow through it. No passports, no fingerprints, no questions asked. It's bigger than any bank, more powerful than most governments, and almost no one knows who controls it or where it really ends. Tonight we follow the money into a system built in the dark, a system that decides which nations rise and which quietly collapse. So here's the question. If global money has a secret back door, who's walking through it? Before we open the vault, a quick warning. Once you learn how this system works, you can't unknow it. So if you want to keep uncovering the financial secrets shaping our world, hit subscribe to join the Financial Files, where we investigate the stories money doesn't want you to read. This story doesn't start in modern skyscrapers or offshore banks. It began centuries ago, back in the age of empires. Back then, nations discovered a simple truth. If you control trade routes, you control wealth. And if you hide that wealth, you control power. Today, those trade routes aren't oceans. They are legal loopholes, encrypted databases, and mailbox corporations that exist only as ink on paper. Quick fact: up to $36 trillion, more than the GDP of the US and China combined, is sitting offshore unseen and untaxed. This isn't the result of chaos, or crime, or an accident. This is a system, a global financial architecture designed to keep money moving and keep the public guessing. Here's how the shadow network works. Imagine your money is a regular traveler. It has a name, a passport, a record. It can be traced. But inside the shadow network, that same money becomes a ghost, invisible, untraceable, untouchable. Step 1. Create a company in a country you've never visited. Step 2. Assign its ownership to a trust in a second country. Step 3. Move its profits to a bank in a third country. By the time regulators try to follow the trail, there's nothing left to follow, just empty signatures and digital dust. This is the offshore trifecta: shell companies, trusts, secrecy jurisdictions. Separately, they're loopholes. Together, they're a weapon. The system allows politicians to hide their fortunes, allows corporations to shift billions in profits abroad, allows criminals to clean dirty money faster than police can track it. Think of the shadow network as a giant airport with hundreds of invisible runways. Money takes off in one country and lands in another without ever showing up on a radar screen. And here's the twist: it's all legal, designed by lawyers, protected by governments, powered by some of the world's largest financial institutions. Now and then the darkness cracks open, and the world sees a flicker of what's inside. Panama Papers, Paradise Papers, Pandora Papers. Leaks that exposed the hypocrisy of leaders preaching sacrifice while quietly hiding fortunes offshore. Leaks that revealed corporations reporting losses at home, but billions in profits in tiny islands with no workers, no factories, and no taxes. Leaks that linked mob bosses, traffickers, dictators, celebrities, and CEOs, all are using the same hidden pipelines. But the real turning point wasn't the scandals. It was the realization that followed. The shadow network wasn't a bug. It wasn't a loophole. It wasn't an accident. It was the plan, a deliberately constructed global architecture refined over decades, designed to protect capital from accountability. Governments promised reform. Committees debated. Politicians gave speeches. But the system barely flinched, because the system was too profitable to break. Here's the price we pay. Countries lose up to 10% of their tax revenue, money that vanishes offshore. Hospitals remain underfunded, schools stay overcrowded, infrastructure crumbles. Taxes rise on ordinary workers while the ultra-rich legally hide their income. Inequality accelerates, not because of innovation or productivity, but because wealth is hidden, shielded, and protected in the shadows. And here's the most unsettling part. Even if your money never leaves your country, your life is shaped by the money that you have. The shadow network isn't going anywhere. It's too embedded, too lucrative, too protected by those who benefit most. But understanding power begins with seeing the structures that hide it. Because the real map of global influence isn't political, it isn't geographical, it's financial. A map drawn not with borders, but with flows. And until we learn to read that map, we'll never truly understand who runs the world or why the system stays exactly the way it is. So let me ask you, if trillions can move through the world without a trace, what else is happening in the shadows? Tell me what you think in the comments. Let's open the next file together.